Here, our goal is to calculate the size of angle A. Notice that angle A is right here. It is one of the angles inside of the triangle. In order to determine what the size of angle A is, we're going to use a useful geometrical rule, which states that angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. Here, we have a straight line, and we have a common point. Indeed, this angle, whose size is 118 degrees, and angle A, they should add up to 180 degrees because they are on a straight line and they are at this common point. So how are we going to figure out, or how are we going to determine the size of angle A? Well, we're going to subtract. Indeed, we're going to subtract 180 and 118. So what is 118 minus 100? What is 180 minus 118? Well, that is 62 degrees. And so that means that the size of angle A is 62 degrees. So angle A must be 62 degrees because when we add 62 degrees plus 118, we get 180 degrees. Next, our goal is to determine the size of angle B. Notice angle B is here. Indeed, whenever we have this box indicates that this angle, the size of this angle is 90 degrees. The size of this angle is 90 degrees. And notice we have a useful geometrical rule which states that angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. Indeed, we have a straight line. We have two angles on the straight line at a common point. This angle, which measures 90 degrees, and also B. And so that means that angle B and also this angle right here must add up to 180 degrees based on this rule. Now, in order to calculate the size of angle B, we're going to say 180 minus 90. And 180 minus 90 is definitely, 180 minus 90 is definitely 90. And so that means that B is equal to 90. So the size of angle B is 90 degrees. Next, our goal is to calculate the size of angle C. Notice that angle C is one of the angles in the triangle. We already know that this angle, the size of this angle is 90 degrees because of the box shape, which indicates that this angle is 90 degrees. And we also know that this is 62 degrees from the previous question. And so our goal is to determine what is the size of angle C. Here, we are going to use a useful geometrical rule which states that angles inside a triangle add up to 180 degrees, which means that 90, 62, and C, all of those add together must add up to 180 degrees because they are the interior angles of this triangle. And so in order to determine the size of angle C, we're going to first add up 90 and 62 and subtract that sum from 180 degrees. And so C is equal to 180 degrees minus 90 plus 62. What is 90 plus 62? Well, 90 plus 62 is 152. And so that means that C is going to be equal to 180 minus 152, which means that C is going to be equal to 6, which means that C equals to 28, because 180 minus 152 is 28 degrees. And so that means that the size of angle C is 28 degrees.